Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Austen. I'm a content creator based in Hoboken, New Jersey, right outside of New York City. We're actually headed into the city now though. It is Tuesday and I'm headed to the Empire State Building to go to the CoverGirl Content Studio. I've got some things I want to shoot today, so I'm gonna bring you along with me. And of course I am fresh-faced so that I can play with some of the products that are there. Let's go. Here inside the Empire State Building at the CoverGirl Content Studio. Now, I am so grateful to CoverGirl for inviting me in to film here. You have no idea what a breath of fresh air it sometimes is just to get out of the apartment and have somewhere else to go to create content. I know I can always go to a coffee shop or a co-working space if I want to do, typing and writing and things like that, but to be able to have this space to come and film is actually such a game changer. So I was invited in by CoverGirl for the first time earlier this year. This is actually my third time here, which I'm very grateful that they've invited me back. Also, if you guys missed it, the Wall Street Journal actually recently did an article about how CoverGirl has been working with content creators, and they interviewed me for it, so I will link that article down below. It is behind a paywall. Nothing I personally can do about that, but of course, journalists need to get paid somehow. I just got brought up by Sierra from the CoverGirl team, and she walked me through some of the new launches. This is why I never come in here with like too set of an idea of what I want to do, because I always get ideas from the products. They actually have released a limited edition version of their mascara. This is extreme black, but it has a frost element to it. So the mascara contains light reflecting pearls. That might be interesting to play with. If you have not heard me talk about the yummy glosses yet, you must be new here, so if you are, be sure to subscribe. New videos every week. But they came out with these yummy plumper glosses, and are these not the perfect holiday colors? I think I've got the space for just under 2 hours. I did also want to try to shoot some still photos for a blog post I'm working on, so let's see what we can get done in this time. It's 2:45, so it is officially time to wrap. I was able to shoot all 3 things that I wanted to, which was some still photos for a blog post, and then I also wanted to feature 2 of these products, and I also did a quick holiday hairstyle. Not my best slick back, but hopefully everyone gets the idea. The idea was just to put a festive bow in your hair. This camera actually died partway through me shooting, but that's okay. That's why I had my vlog camera, my phone. I was fully covered in terms of filming devices. I was able to shoot some of the blog pictures on that camera, which I actually really like how they turn out when I use the G7X. Forget how hot it can get in here with all the lights on, but that's what we love about the studio. We're gonna head back to Hoboken. I have to return a library book, and then I'm gonna see how I'm feeling because I have my makeup done so nicely and holiday themed. Might shoot part of a holiday brand deal. It's due Monday of next week, so as long as I am able to shoot it in the next like 2 to 3 days and have a day to edit, then I should be good. Next day, it's Wednesday. I just got ready and I am going to shoot part of this holiday campaign that is on my to-do list for this week. I am super excited about this one. It's gonna go live on Pinterest actually, so keep an eye on my Pinterest to see when it goes live. But it kind of requires 2 different looks, so I figured I would shoot one this morning, and then this afternoon I'm headed back into the city to have coffee with a publicist, Jillian, who I am friends with. If you guys watched my vlog where I turned 30 and Taylor got engaged, I also went behind the scenes at New York Fashion Week, and that was with Impress Kiss Nails. So Jillian's PR firm reps that brand and a bunch of other beauty and lifestyle brands. We're just gonna grab a coffee and chat and hang out, and we're getting coffee right by Union Square, so I might try to wander through the Union Square holiday market. Today is also the day that the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree is getting lit in the city, which to me is kind of like the official start of the holiday season. I'm wearing this cute sweater dress from Showpo because I'm going to be filming myself wrapping some presents by the tree, and in the perfect like Pinterest aesthetic version of my life, I am of course wrapping presents in a sweater dress with a cup of hot chocolate or coffee nearby, not just in whatever sweatshirt was clean and my usual leggings, but we're just gonna zhuzh it up a little bit because of course the campaign is for Pinterest, so we want it to be very Pinterest worthy. I'll try to film a little behind the scenes as I work on this, but let's get ready and have a great day. Is our tree slanted?
Yep.
But how? Just finished part 1 of the holiday campaign that I'm shooting. I'm going to shoot part 2 tomorrow, but I'm going to look through the footage right now. And I shot this on my Canon G7X because it's just a little nicer quality than the iPhone. My main struggle with my apartment is the lighting. It tends to be very cool toned in the morning, so I kind of just want to add like a bit of warmth back into the video when I stitch everything together, we'll see what it looks like and I'll make some adjustments, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. So we're gonna work for a little while, eat lunch, and head into the city. About to head out into the city to meet Jillian. I am still wearing my Shopo sweater dress, and I just added some knee-high boots and tights because it is chilly out. We may even get some snow flurries tonight. My little Amazon necklace and electric pix ring. Anyway, I'm gonna be late if I keep talking, but let's head into the city. From my coffee in the city, and I got to stroll around the Union Square holiday market for a little bit afterwards. I ended up getting an apple cider because it was really cold and windy today, so I just needed that little warm beverage. When I walked by the sign, I was just like, sold. Take my money. And then I was walking home from the train and Taylor called me, and she usually gets home from work around this time, and I was like, where are you right now? She was like, oh, I'm on these cross streets. I was like, I'm 1 block away, I'll meet you. So we had a little walk and chat together after her work, which was so nice. If you guys don't know, Taylor and I grew up across the street from each other. As an only child, she is basically the closest thing I have to a sister, and we actually live a short walk from each other here in Hoboken, which is just so nice, especially like after college. You know, all your friends disperse and move to different cities, and it's so nice to like see a good friend after work and not necessarily even like make plans to. It's like you kind of just happen to run into each other because you're in such close proximity. I am going to take a shower and I'm gonna make dinner tonight. I am either going to make ravioli with zucchini and pancetta or like a chicken teriyaki rice bowl. Honestly, both sound great to me right now, so it's a total toss-up. Maybe I'll see if Andrew has a preference. So I am going to settle in for what I like to call the night shift. Now, I don't work every night after dinner, or at least I try not to, but my rules for the night shift are it needs to be like a cozy moment. So I'm wearing my 'Tis the Damn Season Christmas sweater. This one is sold out, but there is a similar one on Etsy, which I'll link. I've got my blanket on me. I've got my Martini Girl candle lit. And night shift is not work that requires like hard and fast brain power. Night shift is like, I'm gonna go through and edit the first version of the footage I shot earlier, which is all gonna be muted. I'm gonna add a voiceover later, so I just wanna get the cut down. Or I shot some photos for a blog post that I'm working on the other day, so I wanna edit those, you know, adjust the lighting and the coloring and stuff like that. Maybe I'll create a couple of pins to promote some recent YouTube videos. So it's all like work that I can do with a show on in the background or listening to music. And now that I said that, I think we're gonna put on, should I watch Gilmore Girls or should I watch, what should I watch? To be honest, it's gonna be Gilmore Girls. We're just gonna pop that on. Oh, I was in the middle of a Tisket a Tasket and then I left off, so let's watch Rory pretend she doesn't have feelings for Jess and get some work done. They look so cold. Whoa! Merry Christmas! Wow, that's a lot of lights. Good morning. It is Saturday and I did not intend to ditch you guys for 2 days, but Thursday and Friday are usually the days that Andrew works from home, so I try to reduce my, you know, jumping around and talking to cameras and all of that stuff while he's here, because as you guys know, we share an apartment together. Yesterday was basically one big like admin catch-up-y kind of day, and then on Thursday I did a lot of filming, but some of which you will have already seen by the time this video goes up. I was wrapping up filming my video all about how I'm rediscovering my personal style now at age 30, so if you haven't watched that yet, I will link it in the description box so you can check it out after this video. Also, if you did watch that video, my sweatshirt came basically the minute I uploaded that video. And I also filmed the second part of my holiday campaign on Thursday evening. That one was weird because in this winter time that is happening right now, I'm very used to trying to get my filming done by like 3 p.m. This was actually sort of like an evening moment, so I kind of had to wait until it was like 4:30ish to really start filming that. It's Saturday now, Andrew's actually with his mom this weekend, and I'm throwing a rager tonight. Literally, could you imagine? No, so Andrew's with his mom. He is getting some stuff done. We've got the place to ourselves. I just woke up, did my Peloton, and then I did go walk and pick up a bagel. I got a sandwich for today and a bagel that I can have tomorrow morning. It's freezing outside. I hated every second of that walk, but I'm glad that I biked and I did that, so now I can just like chill. I'm still gonna be working a little bit today. I'm gonna do some just like laundry and like cleaning. I might go to a coffee shop and write for a little bit. I haven't been to a coffee shop in a while, and generally I avoid coffee shops on Saturday, but there is one here in Hoboken that I've been really liking going to that has, is that bad grammar? Really liking going to. I don't know if that's bad grammar, it just sounded very weird when I said it out loud for some reason. Anyway, this place Gotan that opened recently in Hoboken has been an awesome place to work from because they have, like, it feels like they have millions of tables in there. If you've ever just worked at any coffee shop in a city, you know that sometimes even getting a table is half the battle. And this place always seems to have one for me. So if I might pop out and like do some work from a coffee shop for a little bit later. If I am working today, it's going to be primarily video editing and scheduling on the short form side and maybe working on some blog posts. First things first though, I need to eat this bagel. Kind of actually surprised it's still a little warm, although I am going to maybe throw it in the air fryer for a few minutes to warm it up. You guys have to take a look at this. Holy moly. Are you joking? You know, anytime I ever think about like leaving the tri-state area, like, oh, wouldn't it be fun to like live in California or something for a year? I always just get stopped by the bagels and the pizza. Those are the two things that are preventing me from leaving the like 100-mile radius that I primarily operate in. And you guys know I love to travel and whatnot, but the thought of living further than a short walk from this very bagel stresses me out. Back, and even though it was way more crowded because it's Saturday, of course, I did still manage to get a table. So shout out to Gotan for having like no shortage of tables even on a busy weekend. I was able to publish a blog post, which is great. I'm really behind on blog posts from this year, which is fine just because there was so much going on the back end with redesigning and moving my blog from Squarespace to WordPress. I actually have a whole separate vlog where I documented that, so if you haven't watched that one, I'll also link it below. But because of that, it kind of delayed publishing of some things, whatever. I could make excuses for myself, but also there's just been a lot going on this year. The beauty of a blog is that I can publish less and still make money and still have it be successful and be a big part of my business because of all of the evergreen searchable content that I've been able to create for the blog. So today's blog post is how to launch your YouTube channel in 4 weeks. You may remember I did a video about that earlier this year. So I took my video outline, I gave it to ChatGPT, and I asked it to summarize the outline / write it more in blog post format. And then from there, I obviously go in and add my own voice to things. I correct any mistakes if it made any and make it into a blog post that reads and feels more like every other blog post that I've written. It just helps me do it faster. Like, I will never just publish something that ChatGPT spits out because I need to put my own voice into it and I need to add certain things that it just can't replicate right now. So it gets the full top to bottom Austen review and then it goes live. So I actually wanted to publish this today because yesterday I saw that the appeals court voted to uphold the TikTok ban. So there is still a very real possibility that TikTok could get banned in the US come January. I believe Biden could grant them a 90-day extension to sell or divest, and then or he could just leave it up to Trump, which God knows what he's gonna do about it. None of that is the point. The point is, if you're a content creator and TikTok is your primary posting platform, this might be a great time to get started on YouTube. So I will link the blog post down below if you want my 4-week launch plan to get your YouTube channel started. I have some laundry to fold, and then I am also kind of getting prepped for a video that I might film tomorrow. So that'll be the priority. I also want to ideally record a podcast episode tomorrow morning. And I know it's Sunday, but I have the apartment to myself. I don't really have any other plans, so I kind of don't mind, especially because leading up to the holidays, it's always just kind of like this crunch to check things off and get as many of my 2024 goals across the finish line as I can. And then I do plan to take a more substantial break like the week between Christmas and New Year's. It's a little later. I actually got a random headache in the middle of the afternoon, which like never happens to me. So I did just lay down for a little bit. I was watching a little Gilmore Girls, of course, and I finished my book. And this is very exciting because this is my 20th book of the year, which means I've officially hit my Goodreads reading challenge. I am so excited that I finished 20 books this year. Planning to do a what I read this year video, so be sure to subscribe and stick around if you're interested in that. But I just finished this book, Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. It was a pretty quick read. It was like just around 200 pages, and I picked this up when I was shopping at the Strand a few videos back. I really liked this one. It was probably the steamiest book I've read this year, I will say, but it had a really like heartwarming story underneath all of that, and I enjoyed the writing, I enjoyed the characters. I really got to know the two main characters pretty well. I kind of wish there was a little more development of some of the like side characters just to add a bit more to the story. But I guess with a Tessa Bailey book where the front cover literally calls her the Michelangelo of dirty talk, that's sort of not the point. So if you're in the mood for a holiday romance, I would say give it a whirl. I think this is from a few years ago too. Yeah, 2021, so I would check your library for this one, honestly. I just ordered from Muteki Ramen. It is a chilly night, and I got my volcano miso ramen. I'm so excited, and I'm just gonna have a little cozy night in. Sunday morning now, and I just got ready. I am going to be doing some filming today, and I don't know, I really don't mind working on the weekends as long as it's stuff that I'm genuinely excited about and like I'm not forcing myself to do anything. I am going to toast my bagel that I got yesterday in the air fryer, and then I'm going to record a podcast episode for Create and Consume. And then I have two kind of like sit down chatty YouTube videos that are pretty much ready to go. Like they're scripted. I've got everything outlined that I want to chat through, but I'm just gonna figure out which one to film today. But the fact that I'm getting these two things like at least filmed today, even if they're not fully edited and all of that kind of stuff, that for me is a bit more like, okay, I'm sitting at my desk, I'm working, I'm in the zone. Filming to me is just like being on FaceTime with you guys essentially, so I guess that's why it really just feels like something fun to do. And I need to figure out what to wear because I did return my Nuuly because my rental was up. So maybe I'll break out something fun from my closet, we'll see. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Create and Consume, a podcast about what we make, watch, and buy in the era of digital content. I'm your host, Austen Tosone. Just wrapped up recording this week's podcast episode, and I might go for a quick walk. I'm trying to decide if I should also be responsible and go to the grocery store, but I'm actually getting dinner with my high school friends in the city tonight. I'm a little like thrown off because we don't usually do this on a Sunday, but given that it is December and everyone is busy and running around with different things, this just happened to be the date that worked for everyone. So I don't necessarily need dinner for me tonight. I'm not sure what time Andrew is planning to drive back today. I assume just in the afternoon at some point, given that he might be here and then that I, am going to go do that tonight. I'm just trying to figure out if it makes more sense for me to try to pick up some groceries today or if I should just wait and go tomorrow. But I want to go for a walk because I actually have 2 bags that I want to drop off. I saw this post on Facebook from the Hoboken Community Center that said we're accepting new item donations in categories like teen gifts, home goods, beauty products, and accessories for men, women, and children. It's going to be for the Hoboken Community Center holiday market, and it says it gives a wonderful opportunity for our clients to select gifts for their family members free of charge. They have limits on the items for each household. I've got 2 bags of stuff here with unused beauty products. I've got some like hats and bags and things that I've been gifted that I totally appreciate, I just personally have no use for. So this is just great because I know where I can bring used items here in Hoboken to like donate. The fact that I do have so many like new and unopened things that I am able to donate makes me so happy. So I'm gonna go for a little walk, get some fresh air, take a little break. My episode is currently exporting and downloading right now so I can edit it, and then we'll see what we get up to after that. Okay, I just dropped it off in BWE. If you're in Hoboken, the bin is literally like on the side door here, right when you walk in. Also, there is an artisan market going on right now. I've been to this before, I didn't realize it was happening today, so let's take a walk through. So I did end up going grocery shopping, which was very responsible of me. I do not like braving ShopRite on a Sunday, but it just will make my week easier tomorrow morning to not have to go tomorrow. It is 1:11 right now, and I want to film a video for my YouTube channel that will go up later this month. I basically just had in my head that I wanted to do a cozy Q&A. I have done plenty of influencer Q&As and career chats on here, but I wanted to give people the chance to mix in and ask questions that we're gonna talk about some influencer things, of course, because that comes up, but as I transition to be a bit more broad with my content and talk about more topics, I also wanted to give people the chance to ask about just fun, lighthearted stuff too, or things that maybe I don't get a chance to talk about as much. If you ever want to ask a question for one of those videos, keep an eye on the community tab on YouTube and also on my Instagram stories. If you are not following me on Instagram, that link is always down below. Come hang out over there, it's a good time. And in my head, I want to film this video just like sitting in front of the Christmas tree because the tree is gorgeous. And in my head, ideally this video will go up sometime towards the end of the month. It'll either be like my last video of the year that I'm kind of just filming a bit in advance, or maybe it'll go up like right before Christmas. I think I'm going to get set up over there. I think I'm gonna film on my Sony a6400 for a change. I've been loving the Sony ZV-E10 vlog camera, but you know, for like the last 3 years, I've been shooting on this camera and I just miss it. So I am going to get set up, try to get cozy. I might make a cup of hot chocolate. I did purchase new hot chocolate Keurig pods today because the other ones I had were very expired, very, very expired. And I also like to offer people a hot chocolate when they leave our Christmas party, which is gonna be next Saturday. So wanted to have that on hand. I'm gonna switch this camera to another tripod so I can show you my setup and the behind the scenes of this cozy Q&A. This is so unfortunate. This tripod actually just straight up broke. I feel like this has been on the fritz for a little while. Like this, well, there's a feather in it, so that didn't help for one. And then this like mechanism that helps me like latch in the camera to the tripod, like literally just twisted off. So I'm actually gonna steal this tripod and I guess just scooch the table over to put this camera on it. It's actually good. I wanted to film this on the floor, I suppose. And I'll place an emergency Amazon order to get a new tripod. Or I do have a backup one. I don't like it as much, but why don't I just use that for now? This one is actually both great and bad at the same time because it's so lightweight, but because of that, it can easily tip over. So I obviously just always try to be careful when I have, you know, these expensive cameras on there. At least right now this one's low to the ground, and not that I'm planning on like kicking it over, but if that were to happen, which would be unfortunate, it wouldn't have far to fall. It also just occurred to me that I should shoot the thumbnail first before I actually make the hot chocolate so that I don't have to worry about like it getting cold or melting. Oh wait, I should turn the fire on. Let's see how long it takes for me to melt given the fire and also that. I need to record on the camera that I'm recording on too. Okay, filming is all done. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I am gonna check and see how the dreaded Giants are doing. In case you have missed my griping about this in previous vlogs, the Giants are not having a good season, to say it lightly. And the Giants are the score is 7-3. It would appear I have missed a whole lot of nothing. Well, the Giants lost in a spectacular way that only they could. Anyway, Andrew just got back and I'm actually about to head out. I am heading into the city to meet my friends from high school for dinner. We usually try to get together like we call it the 90-day dinner, so usually at least once a quarter we try to get the 5 of us all in one room. And I'm going to wear the sweater that I've been wearing all day. This is actually from Walmart. I did put some Uniqlo Heat Tech underneath though. And then these are my leather pants from Abercrombie. It's not like a perfect tuck situation with the sweater, but I think it's fine. And I think I'm just gonna wear my Converse because I'm going to walk to the path and take the subway to the restaurant. We're gonna try 19 Cleveland tonight, which I've never been to, but has been on my list. Thank you guys so much for spending the week with me. I hope you've enjoyed the vlog. Maybe comment a camera in the comments down below if you've made it this far, because we did a lot of content creation in this vlog. Be sure to also like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more videos from me every week, and if you haven't gotten a chance to check out my Finding My Personal Style video, I will leave it as the up next recommendation on the screen. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.